Hello and welcome back to the Brotherhood podcast with me, Big G.
Big G. So he ain't. He's all bollocks. Fucking hell.
All bollocks and no penis.
Big G and Little Steve.
What?
I wanna be drunk when I wake up, on the right side of the wrong bed, and never an excuse I made up. Tell you the truth, that it what didn't kill me, it never made me stronger at all.
What an introduction.
Listen, I've got to say something. No, listen.
I've not even said hello yet.
No, listen.
Right.
There's a programme started called Naked Date. Right. Now, I only looked at it because it's like Love Island, you know. I thought, well, I'll swift look at it. Missy might like it. It is what it is.
You go on a date with no clothes on.
No, it's like Love Island. They go into a villa out in Spain, and they're all naked. The men are naked, and the women are completely, the pair of them. And because we was on about Willie's here, Big G, I can honestly
Willie.
I can honestly say that mine slack was bigger than the six of them. I'm telling you. And listen.
Slack?
Yeah, slack. You know what I mean? Slack. And so I don't know about... Listen.
How the fuck did we get to this?
You said Big G.
Yeah, no,
Listen, I think... I'm going to say flaccid now then. A flaccid penis is a horrible fucking sight. It's not nice.
I think we should start again.
No, well, you said Big G, and I was quite proud. Even at my old age now, I had more slack than all six of them.
Anyway, lovely to...
welcome back, by the way.
Welcome back. If you feel like you've just walked into a really wrong discussion...
Sex forum.
You probably have. Welcome back, all of our followers.
Try and get it out of your mind.
With me, Graham, and my good friend...
Steve.
Flaccid Freddy over here.
I'm telling you, I had more...
All right, okay.
And I was noticing the women as the new contestants.
They were flaccid?
as they were coming in, their eyes were going dip down up.
Well, of course they are. You're on a naked date.
It looks ugly. You don't want to see a flaccid... Carry on. Sorry.
Right, okay. Anyway, to more pressing things. So... I don't know. I think all of our followers will probably get bored of me asking what you've been doing. Other than watching programs about naked people on dates.
Now listen, I only put that on for Sue.
Of course you did.
I did.
Of course you did. So it's all for you. So I've seen what he watches. Don't worry about that.
I don't.
The blinds are always drawn.
Past all that. You'll learn all about that.
Middle of the day.
When we talk about sex, you'll think, oh, he's a stud.
So how have you been, mate? You been all right?
I've been fantastic.
Great stuff. Keeping busy.
What I have to do?
Yeah.
I've got me jobs, you know.
No, that's good.
I cook the dinner every night.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. And I clear up, put the dishwasher on.
And they're really important jobs, mate.
They are.
No, they are. I'm being deadly serious. They are, because if they don't get done,
she treats me like a servant. She does. Honestly,
we're doing one about marriage and divorce, I think. So, but anyway, I went for an interview because I'm retired but still working.
What, as a fireman?
Firefighter. No. So it's the airline that I currently fly with, and they are after training instructors, and I have quite a bit of experience in the training arena. So, but yeah, it was a little bit sort of surreal going for an interview. I've not been for an interview the last interview I had was actually for the company that I work for now, and that was like a video interview. That was like a video call sort of thing. Yeah. So yeah, being in the room, then I had to do a presentation, which obviously, you know, knock their socks off with that. But I think it went pretty well, I think. And if it didn't, then I don't know what they was expecting.
What was that adage I said yonks ago when you was going for a job? I said you could fall in a fucking stinky river and come out with a trout in your pocket.
I could do, really. Or salmon, or something like that. Yeah. But no, so I'll keep you posted. I know, like, everyone's going to be wanting to know, did he get the job? Yeah. What were they supposed to be talking about in the first place?
At your age, I don't mean that bad.
37? What do you mean by that?
But at your age, like, having to go to interviews is a big thing. You know what I mean? You've made it look easy, probably knowing you. But...
I put my best cardie on. I put my best cardie, my flat cap, and sat there with me pipe. So it was
training job.
It's just but I've always said, like with interviews and jobs, if you're not nervous, you probably won't get the job. You've got to be nervous, keep yourself on your toes. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. No. So before we start, I just want to put a lot of love out there and a big thank you to everyone that's following us thus far. Because we've not been going long, and our followers are kind of adding by the day. But I put a particular post up. It was a couple of weeks back, wasn't it? A couple of weeks back.
About a week back, I think. Yeah.
So you're going to see the post come up on the screen now. And it's quite a simple post, but it does sort of pack a punch, I suppose, in what it says. And we hit 10,000 views on that yesterday.
Yeah, so proud.
10,000 views. So,
yeah.
Listen, thank you so much for that. Because I don't think we say it enough because we're too busy talking about all manner of stuff.
Well, we're on a good one in a minute.
Yeah. But honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, so sincerely mean this. Thanks so much.
It's a big thing.
The feedback we're getting is really, really positive. And obviously, this is all new for us, and we're kind of growing with it and not rolling with the punches, but. Really can't tell you enough, hand on heart, really appreciate the views, the likes, the feedback, the phone calls, the emails. Just keep them coming in because, as we said from the beginning, we've said from the start, if doing all of this and all of this crap and the tech and everything else helps one person out there,
which we have,
which I think we have already.
We know we have.
Then it's done a job. It's absolutely done a job.
Yeah.
So, but we don't ever take it for granted. The people that are listening, the people that are viewing, the people that are kind of scrolling and commenting and everything else. So big love out there. Thank you so much, and keep up the good work. So World Health Organization. Their stats are that 400 million people, so that is 7% of the world's population aged 15 and over, live with alcohol disorders. Just have a think on that. 7% of the world's population, 400 million people, aged 15 and older.
That's frightening, 15, yeah.
Which it is. So that's from the World Health Organization. And obviously we like to follow this up with if you need any help or support with alcohol. And we're going to be discussing some of these groups. Alcoholics Anonymous, I've got a whole list here. You've got the NHS as well. Alcohol Change UK, Change Grow Live, Frank, Talk to Frank, London Friend, Turning Point, and We Are With You. Now,
covering, we've been there, but we're still learning and we're still studying. So what I've done today is I phoned AA up.
Who?
AA. Where'd I go? AA?
No, you phoned AA.
Alcoholics Anonymous. And don't forget that alcoholics come out perfectly. Have you noticed?
Did. No, say alcoholism.
No, listen. I tried 2 or 3, not AA, just people like us out there trying to support people, and nobody was picking up. So I went for AA, and the phone got picked up almost instantly.
Okay.
And I spoke to a young, a gorgeous lady by her voice in here, and she spent an hour with me, just let me picking her brains. And you'll find out why I wanted to pick the brains is because there's some things I don't like what people recommend you should do, but I found out from her that it works for quite a lot of people.
Certainly as I've learned and we're learning, everyone's different, and some people react to counselling, as we've discussed, and we'll continue to discuss. Some people react to counselling, some people really don't.
And it's number down. It's 0207 407 0700.
Again, we'll put this up on the end.
Yeah, we'll put that in the end. But I was impressed because you people out there, you're going to be in a bit of a state to give us a ring, or you're in a bad state. These people are picking up. That's what really impressed me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, yeah? Don't you think so? Yeah?
Just as an aside, mate.
What?
How strong are your lenses? Yeah.
Gee, what I have to fucking put up
Have you seen that film Chicken Run?
Yes.
It's one. Oh, sorry.
As a matter of fact, every time I go there, I'll try and get the small wires, and they go, You can't do it with a thick.
No, don't leave them lying around. I'll tell you what, you'll burn the population of ants.
See how much it might go fight with?
Can you not get like thinner lenses?
No, because my eyes are bad.
Jeez, man. You turn around, I thought... is that...
That's Billy Connolly.
You got a bifocal windscreen, haven't you?
Billy Connolly, yeah. Bought his dad a magnified windscreen for his right Robin, so he could see properly. But everybody that was coming towards God, it's almost a huge, great big eye. I don't get... We're going on the subject here again. Go on.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. So yeah, anyway, back to normality. Make sure they're not in the sun, them lenses.
But behave.
What about, I don't know about you, but I started thinking, obviously when we knew this particular subject was coming up, or show was coming up, gets you sort of thinking about, do I know any alcoholics? Do I know? And then you start thinking of celebrities.
Yep.
So go on, reel me off some celebrities that are kind of, relevant to your era.
Keith Chegwin, if you've seen that podcast before, the man's absolutely brilliant, poured his heart out. But you've got Tony Adams, Paul Merson, Oliver Reed.
Oliver Reed. Now, do you remember, was it Parky or was it Michael Aspel? So, for you crazy kids out there, Google Oliver Reed. Now, Oliver Reed was a fantastic actor. Brilliant actor.
Oh, yeah.
A really good looking fellow when he was younger, but a brutish looking fellow. No. The sort of guy, if you bumped into him in a dark alleyway, you think,
you'll say sorry.
Yeah. He's the keys to my house and stuff.
Yeah.
But a phenomenal actor, a really good actor, but a raging alcoholic. Tonight we've got Oliver Reed, and Oliver Reed came out, and he was absolute. Shirt was undone. One collar was up, and he had a jug of what looked like orange juice.
Yep.
But after doing a bit of research and whatnot, it turned out that 3/4 of it was vodka, and he topped it up with a bit of OJ on the top. And he come out. What did he say? He started singing,
and he started doing that dance.
It was literally so. The guy, because this was years ago. So you had like the little conductor fellow who's got Parky's band to the side. Oliver Reed started singing, and the guy's going, right, off we go. and they're trying to sort of fathom out what's he singing. Do we just go along with it? And they did. And was it like Long Tall Sally or something like that, or Mustang Sally?
Mustang Sally.
And even like. Because I was quite a lot younger then, I just remember sitting there watching it thinking, this is absolute TV gold.
Oliver Reed.
You knew something was up. The moment he came out with that jug, you thought, he's not quite right there.
When Oliver first came on the set, I think I just stared at it and thought, oh, this will be interesting.
Gin and orange? Sort of.
The alternative was to stop the whole proceedings, probably have a scene, and if not, a fight with Oliver there on the set.
I got a ticket.
Oliver was unbelievably shy. He could only operate as Oliver Reed when he drank.
He was like a tramp off the street with one foot nailed to the floor, shouting at the world. And people were just stunned to see that kind of alcoholism on television.
We got sackloads of mail, which was 50-50. Outrage and you should never have let this man on. And people were saying it was the most entertaining thing they'd ever seen in their life.
This is, my God, like, he's not mocking anyone that's afflicted by alcohol, but everyone knew he was an alcoholic.
He made his money out of it.
Yeah. Just sat there looking, thinking, this, I've got to ring something, because you had to ring people on the phone then. You didn't have a mobile, you'd be on the, hello? Yeah, have you got Parky on? Have a look, Ollie Reed's on there.
He earned money out of being drunk, people do. Who was the other one that made Dean Martin? Gosh almighty, there's youngsters on, you won't even know who that is. Dean Martin, he always sung with a fag in one hand and a drink in the other. And that was proper booze.
But Dean Martin did actually always look pissed.
Yeah, when he used to sing the piss.
Bills,
everybody loves it. And yeah,
I'll tell you who
Made
else.
money out of it.
I'll tell you who else was a raging alcoholic. Was do you remember Rod Hull and Emu?
What, Amy was a pisshead?
Emu was a pisshead, threw him off the fucking roof.
I haven't heard that before.
You see? yeah, we'll keep that one. We'll keep that one. Sorry, any Rod Hull fans out there, he did
See, and I led you into that really by saying
You did.
Emu, didn't I? And I didn't know what you were going to say.
led me in, and I rode you right out again. So yeah, God rest his soul. God rest his soul. We're just joking.
Yeah, they're the people that have not Emu, of course, but your Oliver Reeds and your Dean Martin. They people expect him to be fish, so why not?
I suppose more currently. So you've got you had the Johnny Depp because he had him and the Amber Turd trial.
Oh Christ, yeah.
And the pints of wine. I had a pint of wine. Or no, it was a mega pint, wasn't it? Mega pint of wine. So yeah, he's probably more recent. And then you've got Chandler out of Friends, who had
Never watched the program, so I wouldn't know.
You're not?
Never watched it.
Oh, okay. So it was.
I know the name, of course, but
Was it Matthew Perry?
Yeah.
Matthew Perry. Yeah,
Matthew Perry.
God rest his soul as well. Yeah, who obviously had lots of demons to struggle with. I only realised that they'd done a reunion show, and he came on, and you see them all coming out, and you think, yeah, he's had a bit of work, he's had a bit of work. What's happened to him? Do you know what I mean? But
been there with
yeah,
friends.
but he it's sad, really, isn't it? People suffer with all this
the
stuff.
the more we look into it, the more I had a chat, as I told you, this lady in AA, and Jesus, she's been through it like me, you know. And I asked her a question if she was 24/7 drinker, and she said, of course. And she said, I never slept. She said, she was that pissed, and then she tried to sleep and she couldn't sleep, so she thought, I would lie with myself, I wouldn't have Coke. And she used to go to work with drink inside her, vodka like I used to in a bottle, plus a pocket full of Coke.
So it almost, I'm sensing it almost becomes a vicious cycle that you can't
get out.
You can't get out.
And then, unless you do what she done and I done and said, enough's enough. Like, when you want to stop, you got to want to stop. It ain't even worth trying if you don't. But once you've made your mind up, and it's taken her. She's 1.5 years sober, completely sober.
Wow.
But it's taken her 4 years to get to that stage. And she's going to AA meetings and therapists, consult. So it's not an easy thing to do. You know?
All power to her. Do you know what?
I
all
said
power
to her. Don't forget, she's from AA. She thought she was going to interview me.
And you were interviewing her.
And I was interviewing her. And I felt quite proud of myself that she poured her heart out like I was. And so we were Is that such a word, therapizing?
No.
Well, you know what I'm saying? One consultant to another, and we were doing each other a favour, you know?
You just liked her voice, didn't you?
She had a very sexy voice. If you're listening, babe, because you said you were going to chat, and I
Babe?
told you, yeah.
Are you going out on a date soon? All right, babe. Hello, Treacle.
You can tell by her voice she was genuinely, generally interested.
It was her voice that you liked, wasn't it?
Well, yes, she had a very, very sexy voice. You know, I'm saying, but no, listen, if you are listening to her, because I told you we were doing one, it's your caring, just the way she spoke, and she was very, very caring.
But I suppose in essence, that's part and parcel of what they do, isn't it?
Oh, when she spoke to me, she was bringing mine out. She was bringing, even though I talk about it, as you know, if you want to know, I'll tell you. But no, I was generally wanted to tell her.
Right, okay.
So she's a very nice lady.
Well, let's jump on that, mate, because obviously my good friend here has been through the mill with drink and with painkiller. When did drinking start for you? What age?
14.
14. Okay. And I suppose that was in a time.
Here we go.
Was you a chimney sweep at that point?
I wanted to be a jockey, but I was too tall.
Right. Okay. So it's when I describe it to people, I generally say that I say he's jockey size.
Yeah.
And that was when we used to go out on the motorbikes. Because you'd hang off your bike like a jockey hangs off an horse, and I'd hang off it like a gorilla.
Oh, you did try.
I did try. But listen,
you don't kill me round Brands Hatch. You do know.
Less said about it, better. Yeah. So okay, so 14. Now that's not an unusual age to start experimenting with drink.
It was only experimenting. But
Okay.
I can remember it was round about 14 because there was always a party in years ago on a Saturday night.
So when you had your
family.
yeah. So when you were no, I know exactly what you're talking about because we used to have them at my nan's. So when you took your first drink, what was that like? Because everyone, it's horrible, isn't it? It's horrible.
But all these adults were doing it, so you think we can't be that bad. So you persevere.
What was your first drink?
A brown ale.
Brown ale.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They
shit.
won't
Isn't
know. They won't know. It was shit. Yeah.
Oh.
Stout's another name for it. Brown ale stout. You know.
Well, Newcastle Brown. That's a brown ale.
That's right. Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's ball breaker. That is. Get on that stuff.
Got to be tough to be on that. Yeah. So your first drink is because I think my first drink, the first drink I ever tried, I think was red wine. But the thing for me is, as a kid, I loved Cherryade.
Yeah.
And I just associated, well, that's red and that's red, so that must taste like that. So I had my first gulp of red wine. I nearly threw up. I thought that's the most vile, disgusting. How did that then progress? So you're 14 years old. How did that then progress on to what stage did you start seriously drinking? And I mean seriously drinking.
I've always been a serious drinker. People used to say when I was 17, 18, you know, where's that beer going to? Because I wouldn't go to loo either. So I could be with the lads on a Saturday night and all of us might do 8 or 10 pints. And they'd be pissed at the end of it and I wouldn't.
Right.
You know?
Did you suffer from hangovers badly?
I didn't then.
Right.
So I would say there's a click there, I think, because I can remember I had a welding job and I got pissed the night before and I got to work. I didn't know how I got to work in the morning, you know. And basically that was an hangover. And then from then, I think it didn't take too long before I was drinking midday and, you know.
So what sort of age was you?
Sure.
So you'd sort of gone through, you know, your teenage years into your sort of early 20s, and then by the time you're up near your mid 30s. So at anything between the age of 14, the age of 35, anything traumatic happened in your life?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Met my wife. No.
I can edit that.
No.
That's right.
No, because she knows it's a joke. No, honestly, no. I mean, we didn't do all the counsellor bit. Yes, my mum sodded off when I was 2.5 years old and went to disappearing neck for 8 years,
right,
and then come back. Could that have been it? I don't think so. They never played on my mind. You know what anxiety does with that little devil? You don't know. Does it store it up? But I don't know. I think with me, it was the pressure. I'm very, very handy. I'm very, how do you use the word? Clever. You know what I mean? No, I used to be a very good welder. Very good welder. And then got into making stainless steel equipment and whatever. And by the time I was 35, I was running my own company.
Okay.
In charge of about 40 geezers. And then somebody headhunted me and they were on the coke and the booze and what have you. And yeah, I'm thinking, not the stress. Don't think I felt stressed, but I felt better having a drink while I was running these couple of companies, if you know what I mean.
Because, I mean, drink generally blots stuff out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Blot stuff out.
That's what a lot of people do it for, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, retrospectively, and obviously you must have thought about this because you've been through rehab and everything else. Do you kind of retrospectively sort of go back and think, well, actually, maybe that's what kick-started it or that?
What, my mum leaving?
Yeah.
Well, it could, because we don't know what's going on up here, do we? You know, you can bar it about as much as you want and keep on blaming it on you being a 2.5 when your mum leaves and disappearing, coming back 10 years. And loads of things, like she tried to bribe me with presents because my dad was skint, you know, so that was, I love her. All right, let's go, I'll make it quick. And then she suddenly decided when I was 12 years old that she wanted custody. The judge took me into his office, sat me on his knee at 12 years old, said, I'm going to ask you one question. Who would you want to be with, your dad or your mum? Now, you imagine picking that when you're 12 years old. But it never traumatised me because I had no sweat. I went, me dad, 100%. Bang, Dad got me. Okay. But whether that all builds up, I don't know.
There's always a catalyst. And I think the catalyst might not be something dramatic or traumatic or groundbreaking. But I think especially if you're in a culture or in a job where drink is the norm, a bit like smoking. Like when I think back now to smoking, and I've not smoked in 24, 25 years. And I wish I'd never smoked, to be honest with you, looking back. But when you're young, you know, yeah, everyone else is doing it. But when I think back now, compared to today, when you see someone smoking, I see someone smoking, and I don't mean vaping. When I see someone smoking, I think, bloody hell! So it to me, it's a rarity.
Tread fucking lightly, pal.
Oh God, yeah. Well, there is someone in the room that smokes, and it ain't me. But anyway, that's another story. But
Rocks.
But no, but the point I'm making is back when I was younger, you were really odd if you didn't smoke.
Oh, everybody smoked.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
Agree with you.
that culture has done a complete 180.
Everybody drank. Everybody smoked when I was a
Yeah.
youngster.
So I think in terms of alcohol, it was like you said, the family parties, and we'd have like my nans, the family was always over the weekend, and so it was there was a pub right opposite the house. It was it was just the norm. It was accepted,
so
and
you take kids in there and whatever.
Yeah,
Give them
yeah.
a biscuit as long as they don't make a noise. Yeah.
yeah,
And they're all jollying it up, and whether it gets in the back of your mind, you think, cool, a few drinks, and they're all doing that. Whether that comes out in later life, I don't know. You think,
yeah. It'd be interested to know.
yeah, you lot out there, yeah.
You chaps out there watching this, just jump on the emails or jump on the comments section on Insta or TikTok or whatever social media platform is your weapon of choice. Give us a call, 07762 99 1973. It's up on the screen, 07762 99 1973. Give us a call and give us your version of events, because that's what we're after.
And another thing I'm afraid that they can think about, as in, if you're certain you're an alcoholic, I bet you smoke. So I haven't gone off the subject, because when I went to rehab, there was 5 counsellors. It ended up with about 10 of us, people who was going through the rehab, and the 2 owners, and all the counsellors and the 2 owners were ex-addicts. Every single one of them smoked, and every single person in there that was being treated for something smoked. Every one. There wasn't one that didn't.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because it's supposed to calm you down. So that's why we're reverting back to the anxiety business. You know what I mean? You're drinking, not to the access that you're an alcoholic,
Yeah.
that you get to, so, I don't want to have a drink, I'm a fucking fag. You know what I mean? You kind of compensate, I think. And then it just gets worse from there on. It never works, but it works for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
But it amazed me that every single one of them smoked.
Okay, so at what point did you think to yourself, this is too much? Was it a realization? Was it did someone tell you? What happened?
My daughter's 7th birthday. We went to Spain for the week for her birthday, and I just was pissed every fucking... Well, no, you see, when you're an alcoholic, you don't get pissed. You don't stagger about and whatever. You have to keep on topping up. So for the whole week we was away, I spent it in the flat, and they had to go out on their own and what have you. And I always remember going up to the shop. It was only about 100 yards away, and coming down a grassy mount with 2 curry bags full of beer, and I fell over. The bag split, and me Brian went, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Man, demented." Just putting the... So I'm going to pack it up as soon as I got back, which I did. Walked in, shut the door for 2 weeks, and tried to kill myself. So it's all down to Stacey, bless her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just no, I can't put them through that.
Well, kids do focus the mind, don't they? Massively.
Yeah, she's never ever slanged me down for it, Stacey. Never ever. You know what I mean?
Okay, so my question to you is what defines an alcoholic?
24/7.
Okay.
Now speaking to that lady,
Yeah.
I thought I was a one-off. I thought that alkies do what they do, and then they 12, 1 o'clock in the morning they just comatose for 7 hours, and then drink in the morning. But she was the same as me. So I bet you're all the same if they're bad. 24/7, literally 24/7 drinking. This lady used to drink up until she tried to get to sleep, couldn't get to sleep, and then she took Coke to brighten her up, but still carried on drinking, so she was hardly sleeping.
Well, I say it's just a vicious circle.
Oh,
Knowing you as I do, you're quite headstrong,
try to be.
and determined and impatient as well. It's got nothing to do with this. It's just I just want to put it out there. The most impatient person I've ever come across.
It's only because I go sorry when you don't.
You
sorry.
oh Yeah, but you don't draw breath. Anyway, yeah, and technology. Oh my God.
Oh,
don't even get me going.
I could Welsh are a good fucking thing.
I'm only 36. Have a look. Look, I'm gone grey already. Okay, so yeah, because you are those things, you're headstrong, etc., etc. So you then decided that's it. You physically locked yourself away in a room. So how was that for you?
Horrible. Worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I locked myself away for 2 weeks, told Sue just to leave me alone. I said, there might be some strange noises coming out there, but don't worry, I don't want you in there. And I just locked myself away for 2 weeks, and all I drank was water, never had nothing to eat, and it was horrendous.
How did that affect your body? Because that must have...
I was like well, I'm not the biggest person in here, but no, because... She said it again when I was speaking to her.
Babe.
Yep, I didn't
said
say
it
babe.
Again.
I didn't say babe then, did I? But she said it again. She said, you know, when you're drinking and you're taking cocaine, drinking water or eating's for wimps. So answering your question about me, you know, well, I didn't have a lot of weight on me, and I went down to about 8 stone, which is not that bad, is it? But it's still 8 stone for a 5'9.5" guy. Yeah, but and because you can't eat after the 2 weeks. Yeah, there may look at it might be stronger than me. You might be able to do it, and you wouldn't go. But this lady said it's taken her 4.5 years, and she's not there yet. You know, but after I'd done the 2 weeks, I couldn't eat. I had to lap it like a dog. Because my hands weren't just like that; they were like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The impact on your body, and actually doing what I'd call cold turkey.
It is.
You know, that can't do your body any favours.
No, I was told on a beach in Mexico, lovely lady I was speaking to as it goes, very young.
Another lovely lady.
Oh no,
yeah,
but Yasmin was lovely as well. They made lovely babies.
Don't make you a bad person.
No.
See a pampas grass in the background.
So good-looking people. And I was talking to her, and she asked why I wasn't all-inclusive and not drinking. So me being me, so I'm alcoholic. And then she said, "How do I get off it?" I told her about locking myself away for 2 weeks, and she said, "I was a bloody fool. I could have killed myself because your body can go into seizures, heart attacks, because you just can't." Stop it.
But no, drinking to extreme, I mean.
When I was about, I would say 40, yeah. I started the business that way. So from about 40 onwards, I was having a drink in the mornings, you know what I mean, and taking a drink with me in the van.
Right, okay. So quite a number of years then.
25.
That you was doing that. And then to suddenly just stop.
It's not on this, it's a wonder I'm alive. Reading it, but studying it and whatever. And I've sponsored a couple of people, you know, telephone calls and walking around with the dogs and whatever. And I was doing a young lady who had a seizure.
Bloody hell.
But she hadn't packed up booze. It was the body saying, you've had too much.
Yeah.
And you can, have that. You know what I mean? So that's what the lady around the pool in Mexico said. You silly boy, you could have killed yourself.
Bloody hell.
So there you go.
Well, thank heavens you're still here, mate.
Yeah, thank you. But at that moment when I was going through it, I wanted to die. You know what I mean? I didn't want to wake up next morning. You know? I couldn't commit suicide or anything like that, but I just didn't want to wake up. You know, because it's the same thing. You wake up.
Yeah.
You know, it pissed before you're out the fucking motor at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Positive part of this story with you is that you now help other people.
Trying to.
You mentor people.
Yep.
You sponsor people.
Yep.
No,
I'm not certificated. Well, mind you, haven't got to be a counsellor. You know.
I think it's just have an open ear and bit of empathy. Do you know what I mean? How is that for you? Does it? I mean, I suppose what I'm trying to get at is, at any point since you done cold turkey and you've never touched a drop of booze since.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Go on.
No.
Go on. Oh.
Any alcoholic, if he's telling the truth, will tell you. So it's been 27 years since I packed it up. If anyone can say there's been 27 years without falling by the wayside, once or twice, they're a fucking liar.
Oh, okay.
And it ain't just what happened to me, it's the other people that I've known and spoken to and whatever.
Yeah.
They're lying, you know what I mean?
It's a tough thing though, isn't it? Tough thing.
What I'm saying to you, it's the anxiety. I'm now, this is why we're doing this and that's why I'm doing it with you, is that I suddenly realised it wasn't my body screaming for it. When I've only fallen down twice, and lucky the pair of them have only lasted a week apiece, because your brain's a little bit more alert, saying, fucking don't go down that road again, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. The first time it happened, we was round here, and I had all the kids round, and we were having a Sunday meal and whatever, and something just clicked, got started getting, well, you've been there, out of breath, what the fucking hell's wrong here, Of course, out in our studio, all the booze is there. I thought, I'll just have one off. Well, a week later, after I ain't sleeping for a week. But if there's alcoholics out there that's gone 27 years like me without falling by the wayside, shake your hand.
Yeah. No, completely agree. It's so thank heavens that you done what you did. But like you say,
I don't recommend it.
There are dangers to that.
Yeah.
But in terms of support, did you have support? Did you?
Not so.
So you just done it on your own?
Yeah.
You didn't reach out to any organisation or?
No, I didn't reach out, as in, but I told everybody I was alcoholic. I didn't walk in the room and go, hi, my name's Steve.
My name's Steve, I'm an alcoholic.
I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
No, but people used to ask me why not drinking and why do you... And I go, I'm a fucking alcoholic, pal. And the amount of people, that person you speak to at a party will go over and say, he's a fucking ex-alky. And they'd come over and go, how many pints a day do you reckon?
Yeah, because people, I suppose, measure it on how much do you drink.
Yeah, not when you drink.
Not when you drink. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, there's a familiar saying in aviation that it's always 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I've said it myself, and I don't say it lightly. And aviation, it does. It's one of those jobs that you get down route, and it's we'll have a beer or have a couple of drinks, etc., etc. I think also like I said earlier, I think it's a lot to do with your environment and your surroundings. So for me, fire service, it's
your case.
Sociable. Certainly the watches I was on, it was sociable. You're out a fair bit doing stuff. It's not all revolved around drinking, but in my early days, sort of mid to late 80s, it kind of was the norm. I think when I joined was when they had literally, because you used to have bars on stations.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Oh, how obscene is that?
Yeah. No, they did. And I mean bars.
I don't fucking believe it.
No, I'm telling you, hand on heart. They used to have bars on stations, proper bars, and
like the police force got their own bars, don't they?
Yeah. And that it must have stopped around 85, I think. 85 or 86. Someone can correct me. But I started in 87, and I remember I stood by one central London station, and one of the guys said, once we've had dinner, come with me. And I went into the basement of this fire station, and I just thought, what is going on here? Like, what on earth? And I said, they tried to shut the bars, but, we've not closed ours. And I said, well, crack on with it. I mean, I was a rookie at the time, and I thought, this is.
You've got to run with the flow, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, but they had proper bars. They used to have parties on the stations whilst they were on duty. No, and I'm not making this up.
But not the driver, of course. Not the driver.
No, of course not. No, but they'd invite because it was a proper bar. That they'd invite their other halves.
Oh right,
no, the other halves and the girlfriends and whatnot. So they'd go out on a call or a fire and they carry on, having a boogie.
That's unreal.
And a Campari, yeah. So. That does surprise a lot of people. It surprised me when I joined, and I thought...
I'm surprised I didn't know it, having my brother-in-law's a fireman and whatever.
Yeah. And for me, personally, it became... was I a heavy drinker before that? No. I'm not going to say I blame the fire service, because we're all responsible for our own actions, but the environment I was in was very drink-orientated. So I meet up with some of my... friends, I'll call them friends. I don't know what they call me, but my ex, we're all retired now.
Yeah.
And we meet up.
And you get bladdered. Let's be honest.
We do. No, we do. One of my mates, I won't mention his name, Dan, drinks like a horse. Look, I mean, he demolishes the first few pints, and we can't. I don't try to keep up with him. You know, he's just like, right, who's next round? And you think, okay, I've still got a head on my pint here. Do you know what I mean? And he's, you know, so no, we do. We meet up and we have a nice lunch, and we have wine, and we have this and we have that. I always thought that I'd left there, or we leave there around 6 o'clock at night, and it's never 6 o'clock at night. It's always about 10 o'clock we leave there, so that's like a day drinking. But I don't ever drink during the day. I think at best, if the footy's on the weekend, might go and watch Charlton. Yeah, I'll have a beer when I get there. Yeah. So, but I don't think to myself, oh, it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just when it has never, ever crossed my mind to have a drink
every
the next morning.
Every old kid will do that every morning. As soon as he wakes up, probably before he cleans his teeth. Drink.
Cool. No, I can't imagine that, because I've got experience of this with friends.
Go on.
When you were drinking at your worst, did you try and cover it up? Did you try and hide booze?
Oh, of course. Oh, they're laughing at you. They are laughing at you.
Go on.
Everyone does. Every single alcoholic will be hiding booze.
How would you hide it, and where would you hide it?
All over the place, inside the system and the top. Because don't forget, most women know you drink too much. Not that you're an alcoholic, you drink too much. Yeah. And then they will start searching the house. So you've got to find new places all the time. Right. You know, so I've had it in the cistern, bang it in the cupboard under the stairs, that's under the sink, which that's normally all Dettles and all that, right in the back.
Right about.
Anywhere that you don't think the woman would look. But Sue got quite clever at it. Proper Clouseau. You know what I mean? She'd find them.
She's not daft, so.
No, and she wouldn't say nothing. Yeah, she wouldn't say nothing. She might find a bottle of vodka in somewhere. And then when I went to drink that vodka, or have some of that vodka, so a day later, it's gone. Now, as an alky, what do? Do you pull her up and say, where's my fucking vodka?
Go and buy another one.
Or you buy another one, but then you know that she knows. It's a vicious circle. It's terrible. Okay, Chegwin, yeah, I mean, brilliant. Get his book, Alcoholics Out There, get his book and read it. Man, put his hand up. And his wife got him away, took him out in the country, mansion, because he worked with you, Bob, to get him sober. And he said, I'll get a bike and I'll bike 5 mile every morning. And he had booze all the way around the 5 miles in bushes, telephone boxes. So he'd do a circuit, come back, he's well gelled up now, well sorted. And so about 2 or 3 hours later, he needs topping up again. I'm going for another bike ride. And this woman never sussed it out. She went, oh, you're getting fit. But he was gating through like bottles and bottles of it vodka.
It's just made me think of a little side funny. And because I don't ever think he'd watch this. I hope you don't. But I'm not going to mention his name, but one of my old governors, you saying about the cycling and covering it up. Yeah. And one of my old governors was having, he was married and he was having a fling. He's not married anymore. He's with the woman he's having a fling with. But he was having a fling. So he bought himself a motorbike and he would say to his missus, I'm taking a bike out. So this motorbike was brand new. Now, we'd had it 6 months and it still only had 4 miles on the clock.
Wheeled it round the corner.
Because the woman he was having a fling with lived round the corner. So he was started it up, stopping. And then it just made me think of that. I don't know why.
Well, that's it. But that Cheggers, he puts his hand up, you know what I mean? But yeah, we all they all ride it.
Because and my personal experience of that is good friend of mine. Again, I'm not going to put names out there or anything else. And his missus suffered dreadfully with alcohol. Yeah. And I say suffered dreadfully because I think it's like all things. It's an affliction or an addiction.
It's an illness. Yeah.
It's an illness. And it got to the point where I think they're separated / divorced now because I won't go into the details, but something horrible happened, and that, my mate sort of said, "That's it, like enough's enough." But she used to hide if ever I was round there, she'd like if she had like a bottle of beer in her hand, she would make a point of saying, "Would anyone else like a non-alcoholic beer?" So I just sort of, if you come to my house, I'll just go, "Do you want a beer or do whatever else?" Yeah. But she used to kind of over pronunciate it, over kind of sort of stretch it. And I go, "Oh no, I'm fine, thanks, Claire." And it got to the point where she was hiding wine in mugs and cups and anything else she could hide it in, like you say, back of the cupboard, this, that, and the other. She'd walk around with a mug in her hand and claim that it was tea. And you knew it wasn't tea because you could smell it. My very early days in the fire service, one of my officers was a raging alcoholic, and he would drink vodka. So you'd never smell it on his breath.
Joe, where you smell it? From your pores, your body. You do. It doesn't. You could talk to somebody and you wouldn't think you had a drink, but I noticed it. I'd be laying down on my beanbag and think, "What's that fucking smell?" And smell your skin. It wasn't it wasn't a sweaty smell. It was a, what the fuck smell was that?
Yeah.
And I think that's the way the vodka was coming out on the skin.
I wanna be drunk when I wake up, on the right side of the wrong bed, and never an excuse I made up. Tell you the truth, that it what didn't kill me, it never made me stronger at all. Love will scar your makeup, and lipsticks to me, so now I maybe lean back.